Look at the lighting. This is just ridiculous. Hold on a minute. Dumbest thing to see in my life. The sun is just burning in. Hold on. Tell you what, getting this room right. Like right now, I'm looking at it, and it's good. It's where it needs to be. But first of all, from where I sit, to me it looks dark as hell, and then like to you it looks okay, and then there's right there that light burning right on my eye. It's from the sun just smoking into here. Holy crap! Okay, today's going to be a lot like yesterday, a little bit more loosey-goosey, which I'm not exactly opposed to. All right. My God. This is like the show before the show. Hang on. There was a huge booger that needed to move. Hey, everyone. Hey, everyone. Yeah. Hey, everyone. It's Kenny in Nashville.
Hey, everyone. Kenny from Nashville here.
And I complain.
After a long day of listening to some crappy death metal,
Yeah.
I like to unwind with the Eric Zane Show podcast. Yeah. Here's your host, Eric Zane.
You know, we need an updated intro from Kenny that is more accurate, that represents him more accurately. You know, we don't really focus on the whole death anymore. We've moved on to oh my God, you know, that type of approach with the almighty Kenny in Nashville, Tennessee. Okay, welcome into this. It is a daily podcast, daily show where I cover news, nonsense, and my personal adventures, Monday through Friday, right here. Comes to you from the Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker Studio. You know, I've been saying Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker Studio for a long, long time. And if you remember, Mike and Jennifer Gilmurray, the owners of that great establishment, were in a horrific car accident, which somebody died in. No one in their car, but they were driving down the road somewhere in, I believe, Indiana. And, 65, 70 miles an hour, like a county road. And some lady didn't even give herself a chance, pulled right out in front of them. They T-boned her. They went flying through the median. All the airbags went off. The airbags broke their sternums. Broke their sternums. The thing right that puts your rib cage together, you know? They both suffered the same injury. And that lady who pulled out, older lady pulled out in front of them, she lost her life in this incident. And it's been a road back, but they're recovering. I was told by Mike, I go, how you doing? He goes, I'm about 80%. So, all right, continued recovery to you. Thank you again to Baldwin Ace Hardware for being part of this show. All right. Now, we come to you, of course, live each and every day at about this time on Facebook, facebook.com/Eric Zane fan page. Brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. Thank you. If you could, share it, like it. And there you go. On Twitter, a Periscope video brought to you by Blue Frost IT. Please retweet it with a snarky comment. That would be very, very kind. And on YouTube, check us out on YouTube. Eric Zane Show on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Bell notification. Thumbs up. Off you go. We're on Instagram. Mario Flores, Lakeshore Team of Van Dyke Mortgage. Just search Eric Zane Show there. You can reach out to me anytime you want in the Shoreliners Striping inbox. Eric at ericzaneshow.com. Shoreliners, they want to stripe your parking lot. Keep them in mind. Found out that there's there's a business going through the neighborhood. You know, like when people bang on your door and they're like, hey, we want to service your lawn. We want to put new siding on your house. We want to give you new windows. We want to install solar panels. Typically, you just kind of shoo them away. Something came in the mail the other day that for half a second, I was a little bit intrigued by. It said, your roof can be replaced for free by us if there's any hail damage to it. We'll inspect it. If there's any hail damage, we will help you reach out to your insurance company, and you'll get a free roof. Okay. So now, I've always been taught if it sounds too good to be true, it is too good to be true, right? Okay. So what did I do? I threw it in the garbage. I said, I don't necessarily need a free roof right now. Or a new roof, I should say. I could always use a free roof. Day goes on. Several days later, a friend of mine who lives in the neighborhood reaches out to me. Hey, have you had anyone from blank, blank, blank siding and roofing stop by the house trying to look at your roof for hail damage? My neighbor says. He lives in the next street. I wrote, I think they left some literature. What's up? Just got me a brand new roof. Insurance covering the entire thing from a June 10th hailstorm we had. LOL. And bro, there ain't no way there is enough hail damage. I worked in the biz, and I wouldn't have even tried to make a claim. But these guys did it, and I'm getting a new roof. The company is legit. 400 plus Google reviews, average 4.9 out of 5. I responded with, well, anybody would respond with, holy fuck. I love the idea of, and bro. And I go, and he says, yeah. Want me to send the guy your way? Who's your insurance company? So I told him, and I gave him my address. And he says, I sent him your info. And I go, all right. He says, worth the try, nothing to lose. And no matter what magic they have, you ain't on the hook for anything. What the hell? What? That, well, I just want to hear what they say. You see, now now that I see that, there is also another guy in the neighborhood who's got a sign. Because what they do is if you hire them, they like put the sign in the front lawn. This house is being worked on by so and so, so and so. So I'm like, all right. Now I'm like seeing these signs everywhere. These guys went through the neighborhood, obviously. Okay, if that's a trick, how come is every roofing company and siding company doing the same damn thing? Like, hey, why don't you call us? Your insurance can pay for this. So I'm stoked to find out more information about it. I can't say for sure whether I'm going to do it, but if my neighbor committed to it, if he tested the water and he's like, this is great, he's not out a damn thing. Okay. Today is kind of a, I don't want to say nostalgic, but this is like a milestone day in the Eric Zane Show podcast household. And that is because our youngest, this is her last day of school. Madison, her last day of high school is today. Today is the day. So these kids, kindergarten through 12, 13 years each. That's 39 years of education between them. Jim, Jack, Maddie. And wow, I remember when my firstborn went to school for kindergarten, and it just doesn't seem that long ago. So from Jim going to kindergarten to Madison graduating high school and a lifetime in the middle of that, it dawned on me. I was packing her lunch this morning, like I've done for quite some time. And I'm like, this is the last time that I'm going to do this. I am not going to be doing this anymore. Now, I didn't sit there and get all blubbery and cry. But wow, holy shit. In fact, I did do a little bit of math. And on average, there is 187 school days per school year. All right. Times, okay, I'm not counting kindergarten because those were only like half days. We didn't pack lunches for those days. 187 days, generally. 12 years. Now, I even took out for Christmas vacation and all the days off and shit like that. It's actually 41 weeks on average per school year. And I reduced that number because of those days off. That means each child went to school 2,244 days. Times 3. That is 6,732 days for all three, 1st through 12th grade. That is 6,732 lunches made. Right? Am I getting that right? Yeah. Holy crap. It's a lot of PB&J and Nutella. Your kids like Nutella? Yeah, it's hazelnut spread. No, it isn't. It's just chocolate in a jar, for God's sake. So, kind of a big deal. Madison, done with high school. Now, on to college. She's going to be not far from here. Great school, not far from here. But she'll be away. So it'll just be Diana, Eric, and the NFK. Let me update you on the Queen of the Forest. Okay, she had that rotator cuff shoulder surgery that we talked about. And so the medicine that they put in for the actual surgery called the block, which basically stops all nerve activity. Your arm is dead. She couldn't even lift the arm. Okay, and then she's put under general anesthesia. Comes out of that. Okay, let's go home. The block lasts on into the night of the days the surgery happened. So then yesterday, though, this is when the pain train is coming, and so we start let's see, it was what night? Wednesday night. Yeah, Wednesday night we started taking the narcotics, and then I was vigilant. I've been vigilant in my nursing protocol. She gets her medicine on time every time. So every 4 hours through the overnight, in the morning 7:30, I had to make her breakfast to make sure she had something in her stomach. So she ate. Okay, great. Take the medicine, and then it's bad. Yesterday was horrible. In fact, I gotta take my phone off Do Not Disturb. Make sure that she hasn't called upon me. I didn't have my phone on Do Not Disturb. I had my phone on Do Not Disturb yesterday, and she was like, "I was calling you. Where have you been?" In fact, I should probably just check on her right now. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Probably waking her up. Knowing my luck.
Hello.
Hi, it's your husband, your nurse.
Hi.
I had my phone on Do Not Disturb, so I want to make sure I didn't screw anything up and miss you calling me or anything.
No, I was just falling back asleep a little bit.
Oh, great. Of course. I woke you up.
Yeah.
Okay. If you could compare 24 hours ago, 8:15 a.m. yesterday, is today any better?
Yes. Much better.
Yesterday at about this time, 0 to 10, where were you on pain?
10.
Come on.
Oh, yeah, it was bad yesterday. It was really bad.
So now you're about, what do you think, a 7?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe even a 6. It depends on what I'm doing.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me ask you a couple questions here, if that's okay.
Yeah.
So, can we discuss the... you all right?
Yeah, I just moved a little and it hurt.
Sorry. So, can we discuss the nursing scenario? How would you assess the nursing scenario of your sweet husband, Eric?
You've done a very fine job.
Are there any issues I need to work on?
No, just yesterday when you had your do not disturb on and I needed you.
Yeah.
That was the only one.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Otherwise, you've gone above and beyond
to
help me.
Megan is just texted. You might have heard the phone go, dude. She's writing, let the woman sleep. And I'm like, you're not the boss of me. Shut up. Go fix a car. Or go tell someone to fix a car. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, food is good. Water, medicine, everything is good. How was your stool this morning?
Wasn't that good? No. Like one little hard nugget.
Yeah, the medicine does that. Okay. Sorry about the nugget.
Yeah. Got to work on that now.
Okay.
I think I get to bathe today.
Yeah, we're gonna take a bath. We're gonna take a bath, and you know what? It's gonna be like the old days when you were a kid. I'm gonna put you in the tub with your brother Kevin, and you two are. I'm gonna bathe you two together.
You're disgusting. Okay, I gotta go. I'm taking a shower, not a bath.
I know it. You and Kevin can strip and get in the tub just like
brother. Bye. See you later.
Okay, I love you. Bye.
Bye.
There's something about I tell you what, I have to up my giving game because we had a visitor yesterday who gave so much. You know how like when people get sick, like or recovering from surgery like this, or God forbid if somebody dies, what do your friends do? They make you meals and they bring them over. And you should never, ever turn those down because, I mean, talk about this is the only silver lining of death and recovering from surgery. The silver lining. Okay, if someone croaks, you're around the house, you're crying, you're like, oh my god, at least I'm gonna get a good pot pie, or at least we're gonna get the fajita meal because. Our pal Stephanie brought over this pot pie, and made with love. You really feel the love, and you can tell just the homemade pot pie when she hands it to you. It's like, oh God, how do I hold this? Is incredible. It's barely contained in the pie tin, and it's full of like so much food inside of this thing. It's the most dense thing. It's like a black hole of density. Oh, yeah, it's frozen. You got to throw this in the oven. Now, you know how long it takes to cook those shitty banquet pot pies? This thing is like an all-day cook. I had to cook this thing at 375 degrees for an hour and 45 minutes. It was frozen solid. But my gosh, it was great. Incredible. It's like, holy shit, I am so glad you had this surgery because we are eating this pot pie. But we're not done there. And the meal yesterday from our dear friend Rhonda and her kids, it was so involved that I actually was going to go running, and I said, no, I need to go eating. Okay, I'm going to get after the marathon training program next week now because of this particular meal. she shows up, and I'm like, "Hey, Rhonda, oh my God, it's so good to see you. Oh, gee, you guys, okay, thank you." And it's a box, okay? And I know as soon as I look at it, I realize she's gone above and beyond on the kindness scale, okay? And so it's a fajita meal. Now, this to me, I am not shitting you, was better than any fajita meal that I've had at any restaurant. Everything was covered. Everything. Okay. Let me just say that when I opened up the rectangular foil tin thing and peeled back the foil and everything, she made everything. The meat was all perfect, and you had to slice it. She goes, "Make sure you slice it against the grain." Okay, I will. Okay, great. And it's like falling apart. It's so tender. I mean, a lot of care went into making this. And then all of the peppers and onions, green, yellow, or yellow, red peppers and onions, sauteed perfectly, seasoned like you wouldn't believe. The meat was seasoned absolutely perfectly. And I'm like, what am I seeing here? And then everything came with it. So the salsa, the chopped onions, or diced tomatoes, even a bag of cilantro, lime. She cut up little limes for me to squeeze onto the stuff for Diana and I, and the NFK. Oh my gosh, all of the tortillas, fresh, guacamole and like this squirt thing, which I didn't realize was a thing. You could just go buy guacamole in like a tube and you squirt it out. It was great. Everything was covered. I'm like, thank God Diana is in pain right now. Thank God she is having all of these issues, because we wouldn't have gotten this amazing meal. And I'm like, I almost forgot about her. I was like, what? Huh? Are you? So, and with leftovers, I mean, this is the type of thing you can eat for the rest of the week. And I just absolutely fantastic. So the benefits of people recovering from surgery. Oh, just the best. So the day is winding down. I've got a full belly. I've again thrown aside the running workout, which is going to be, it's good news. It's good news for Mike Ball from MB Distributing when I say, yeah, instead of running, I was eating, because that jerk and I have challenged. He's challenged me. I challenged him in the October Grand Rapids Marathon, and he somehow thinks he has what it takes to beat me, and he doesn't. He never has. I've always hammered him every single race. He's never beaten me. Never. Not once. The only time he beat me was when I injured myself. I rolled an ankle, which leads me to my next story. After eating, for whatever reason, I walk out the door, and in this back door, it leads to the garage. And I take a step, and as soon as I step out of the door, something goes very, very wrong. And this is a problem because earlier in the day, I remember doing it. I remember leaving these dog leads right there that we walk the dogs with. And it's like a double lead, and it's got this big plastic handle, okay? My foot, on just one side of my foot, the inside of the shoe on my left foot, hits that dog handle. And my ankle rolled so badly, okay, that it had to have looked somewhat like the MMA guy who just broke his leg in that fight the other night. And it made absurd noise. The instant searing white hot pain, and I remember very well, it all is a rush and a blur, but so the moment I stepped, it happened. And then in an instant, I knew something was terribly wrong, and I didn't put any weight on it, and I hopped over to my truck, which was right there. And I didn't make a sound. The only sound you heard was the crunchety muppety. In fact, I could probably do a neck crack here to give you an example of what it sounded like. Hang on. Oh! Oh, wow! Oh, that was good. That's what that's what my leg, my ankle sounded like yesterday. So now I can't feel it, and I have to look at it to make sure it's not turned permanently. Like wonky, muppety, flippity. I'm a recipient of a muppety, flippity leg break. That just happened, but it wasn't. And I chalk it up to I have rolled my left so many times over the years, actually both of them, that all of the little structures inside of there are just, very loose, okay? Very, very loose. And so I think that might have saved me. But my gosh, did that hurt. Ugh. All right. I have a special guest joining me, maybe even two people. They're a husband and wife combo by the name of Ray and Brandy Hill. Ray and Brandy Hill run an organization called Grand Valley Bottle Babies. Now, this is fun for the visual audience, the live stream audience, because we might be able to see some of the bottle babies. You're like, what the hell is going on? Trust me, this is going to be great. I'll bring them on momentarily. In fact, I see them in the waiting room right now. Look at them. They're all smiles. They're excited about this. This is great. I'm excited too. Hang tight. Let me just tell you that the Open of the Eric Zane Show podcast is brought to you by A&E Heating and Cooling. Reach out to Joe Martinez, 616-516-8579. You want to get the furnace serviced from A&E Heating and Cooling, okay? $79. Did I say furnace? I meant to say air conditioning. Get your air conditioning service from A&E Heating and Cooling before you fire it up. They are the best. I encourage you to call upon them. If you do want to get a new air conditioner or replace the old one or get one because you haven't had one, he will install the Remy Halo into your system for free. That, of course, will make the air cleaner in your home, getting rid of bacteria, any pathogens, viruses floating through the air, and convert them to harmless hydrogen peroxide. It's a very, very cool device, and he'll install that for free if you get a new air conditioning setup. Meanwhile, Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. 616-532-6600. You finally have a trusted place to get your vehicles serviced. Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. ERVINES.com. That is their web address. Check them out online. If you are in the West Michigan area, please consider calling upon them. Longtime sponsors of this show, and I'm so very, very pleased that they are. Okay. I stumbled upon my guest, who I'll bring in just a second, while looking at an MLive article. The good folks at MLive did this story on Grand Valley Bottle Babies. And, when I see what looks like a sweet, jovial, friendly-looking man with an endearing look on his face holding up a baby bottle to a baby raccoon, I'm like, well, I'm watching this. So you know me. I mean, I freaking love all animals. I'm a fan of the dog, the cat, the little creatures in the forest, the coyotes, the birds. Oh my gosh, I am all about that. So I watch this video of this gentleman named Ray Hill and his lovely better half, Brandy. And what they do is when raccoons, I guess, become abandoned, or I don't know what, maybe the mom gets greased on the road or something like that. Well, the little guys and girls are, hey, what do? We don't even know what's going on. Well, they wind up at their place and they rehabilitate these animals and then release them appropriately into the wild. Now, I know what some of you are saying. Oh, they're trash pandas, man. It's a bad idea. They shouldn't do that. No. You're getting it all wrong. I learned so much from this. It is very, very important that the raccoons are in our woods doing what they're supposed to do. And so I am bringing them in right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Mrs. Ray and Brandy Hill, hello to you both. Welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Okay, so what's the day been like so far? You guys up and at 'em at and getting the feedings going, isn't that right?
Yep, started just before 6. 23 bottles, 23 butt wipes, and a lot of screaming, and a lot of wearing everything that you can imagine.
Yeah, I noticed that that these little critters are very, very vocal. Isn't that right?
Yes. Yep. It sounds like the monkey exhibit at the zoo.
Now, in a little bit, we're gonna walk over there, or you are, as best we can, and see if we can get just a few images of kind of like an idea of what you guys do. But can you maybe take me through how you two got involved in this line of work? Because this is what you do, correct?
It's what I do. Yeah.
That's what he does. Yeah.
Right.
For the most
Okay.
part.
That's what that is a way of life. It's been for some time. Take me through how this all started, please.
We got a call from a friend of ours that he had 2 baby raccoons in the engine compartment. Long story short, they had been in there riding around for approximately a week. Had burns on their feet. They were pretty beat up. Them out of the engine compartment, nursed them back to health, transferred them over to a rehabber since we weren't licensed at that point. And we talked about it and decided maybe we should get licensed and give it a shot. Last year we did. And she let me have 30 raccoons, 17 possums in the house. And we rehabilitated them and taught them what to eat and how to forage. We spent 40 years vaccinating and providing medical care.
Well, along with enclosure, buying pen to get started in the house last year, growing into that part of that. So it wasn't just all medical.
Wow. I guess if you could take me through what everybody wants to know is why. Why did you? I mean, completely change what you were doing in your life to suddenly do this. What's going on there?
Well, for me, it would either go on disability or from home. And so I really enjoyed it. And out that there is such a need for it. Right now, the 3 places that I know of right here in West Michigan that actually take raccoons, including us, are basically full. There are orphaned babies that they're dying all over the place. You see them on the road, and without them, kind of have a rodent problem that we really don't want. Is one of the issues. But what do you do with them? If you don't take care, do with them.
Right. I think sorry about that. You had described that they are needed in the woods, correct? We need to have these around. You know, you might see some people complaining about them, but that's probably their own fault that the raccoons are at their place anyway. But take me through why we need raccoons and possums.
Well, the things that they eat, the bugs, the grubs, the moles, they'll dig things up and eat those. Without those things are going to overpopulate. And the thing is, well, we have barn cats. And just think how many barn cats you would need to keep up with those things if the raccoons weren't out there getting first dibs. They're highly adaptable and smart. Just because a city expands doesn't mean they're going to move farther out into the woods like most animals. They're going to adapt to urban living, live out of trash cans. You know, that's the easy meal. If you don't make it difficult for them, that's where they're going to go. If you build your chicken coop to keep your chickens in, you've already failed. You need to build a chicken coop to keep the predators out. And that's a better start.
Gotcha.
They just want to be warm and that kind of thing. And so they start to have problems.
But he wants to know why they needed in the woods as well.
And something dies in the woods, they eat it and clean it up. Imagine down the road if everything died there and there was nothing there to take care of it.
Okay, so now you're obviously you two are very, very knowledgeable about this. How did you? I mean, did you like have no knowledge of this prior to the first time that those baby raccoons were presented to you, and then in all this time you've been doing all your homework?
Well, you research it, in the off season, when there are no babies. You talk to a vet. Talk to other rehabbers. You do have to learn and know your stuff. Now, I'm a retired firefighter EMT, so the anatomy and physiology of injuries and trauma are something I'm familiar with. So being able to patch something up a little bit in the time it takes to get it to a veterinarian is something we're pretty good at.
Well, we also started very, very young doing this on and off. I mean, I was 18 when I had my first litter of 4 that I cared for as long as I could. He's had past experiences with, little litters from time to time. So it's not like all of a sudden 2 years ago we started. But.
Okay, so while Brandy goes out to the day job, Ray stays home, takes care of whatever number you have at the residence. And, I mean, that's kind of it. So let me ask you this. With the amount of creatures, I can hear them chirping a little bit in the background. It's not too bad. But do these creatures ever keep you up? I mean, is it like constant racket all the time?
No. But we have a baby monitor in there that, we got to monitor when somebody wakes up and is hungry, especially when they're really small. We have to be on top of that to make sure that their needs are met. And we have to set an alarm clock for 2, 3, 4 a.m. To get up and do feedings when it's every 4 hours.
And that's there's no getting around that. That's every day of the year that you're doing this.
Yeah. During baby season, we don't sleep.
Okay. So when these animals are ready to be released, you've had to kind of like almost train them to go out and do this, right? Isn't that how it works?
Yes.
Yep. We got to eat, where to find it, what plants they can eat, teach them how to fish. We start with little marshmallows and then we float them in water, and then we move to fish and move to bigger fish. And once they've learned how to do that, then we do what's called a soft. We actually give them a den and a gravity feeder that we leave out for the winter. And where we release them, we've got to make sure that there's no chicken farmer next door.
Right.
There's not a fruit farm right down the street. We're not looking to cause problems for people, but we do want to return them, and we vaccinate. So this disease problem is something we're trying to help curb as well.
And you're saying all the right things, because people hearing this might be like, well, wait a minute, what about the releasing? Where do they go? All this is you work very closely with the DNR to make sure you're doing everything above board. You're regulated. People come in and check on you regularly to make sure you're doing all the right things. That's not it. This isn't just some hobby.
Correct. Yeah, there are laws that have to be followed.
Mm-hmm.
The raccoon that comes from Muskegon County cannot go to Kent County. It has to go back to Muskegon. If we get caught doing that, it's an automatic shutdown, pulled license, and everything else.
Yeah.
We're one of few places that vaccinate, and the reason we do that is if you go out and spend $500 on a puppy, and a sick raccoon comes through the yard, we'll say distemper. You don't want your dog catching that. So we don't want to be part of the problem. We want to be part of the solution. So we vaccinate to make sure that doesn't happen.
Okay. Now, I guess that is all really, really great. And now my next question is, when you are working with the creatures, do they ever like assimilate to you almost like a domestic house pet would? You know how like when I walk in and my dog sees me, the dog runs to me. Do the raccoons do that to you guys?
A little bit at first when they're babies, that will happen. But as we move them out, once they're weaned, there's no human contact.
Very little.
I or Brandy will be the only ones that go in, because we still want to check them out. We still want to make sure that there's no bugs or fleas and that kind of thing. We want to make sure we're releasing a healthy animal. But by the time they're ready to go, some of them are very bitey and don't even like me, and that's what we want, because I don't want them at some campsite, causing problems.
Absolutely. Now, people can find you on Facebook at Raccoon Rescue West Michigan. Isn't that right?
That is correct.
All right.
Some of that, yeah, and then Grand Valley Bottle Babies.
Online, it's actually a website.
On Facebook, Grand Valley Bottle Babies.
No, what he's saying is it's Grand Valley Bottle Babies, but it's at Raccoon, whatever he said.
Yep.
For Facebook.
Yep.
Sorry.
So, but if no, that's fine. But if you just search Grand Valley Bottle Babies on Facebook, you'll be able to find that, and I'll also link it up on there so you guys can check it out. Well, before I tell people how they can help, can we maybe get a look at some of the little guys, little girls, I guess?
Sure.
Males?
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just keep you on here. I'll just keep you on while you wander over and talk to you. How does that sound?
Perfect. Awesome.
Okay. So now, as we speak here, Ray and Brandy are picking up the laptop, and they are set out in kind of like the. Now, I wouldn't say the wilderness, but it's definitely off the beaten path. So you've got satellite internet. That's why it's a little wonky. We're getting into the area of the home where there's raccoons and possums everywhere. So this is going to be chaos.
Yeah, just a second. Here, take that.
Okay, no worries. No worries. You're doing fine. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. Come back. Okay, hold on. I think I can get him. I think. All right, you're back.
Hey, sorry about that.
No, it's all right.
This one I'll go ahead and show you is.
Oh, I've got it hostage to the phone to hopefully it keeps down.
You're fine.
The first one I'll show you is.
Okay.
First one I'll show is one that was about 24 hours away from death.
Yeah.
I saw it in their yard. It was there for 2 days, and they didn't call anybody. It was there. So we had to do the IV fluids and all that.
Well, what's interesting is I'm not really I can't see it because it's frozen on YouTube right now. So okay, there you go. Now we're talking. Oh.
Now she
for God's sake.
Very very skinny. We're trying to increase her nutrition level, every bone in her little body, but she looks fine. The fur. Say, well, there's no problem there. She was in real trouble.
It's frozen.
She'll be able to go.
It's kind of frozen on you. I can kind of see it. It's a little wonky. That's okay. You're doing fine. It's cool. There we go. Don't move. Right there. Oh. Hi, baby. Hello, honey. Oh, my God. Okay. That's good. That's all I need. That's all I can take.
Okay.
All right. Go back in the thing. Holy cow. That is amazing. What a racket, Brandy. What a racket.
Yes. We love it.
Okay.
And all the chatter, it gets so loud we can barely hear ourselves talk to one another, but we absolutely love it.
I don't know how you guys make love.
It's kind of like having a rodeo clown in the house, you know?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is what I want to do. Because I need to come see you. I need to shoot a close video and come and tour and and help you for a little bit. Can I do that? Can I come see you and help you? I want to do it because I got a little sample. But I love those little guys. And in fact, there was one time in my backyard, I got a pool, and my dog was kind of looking in the pool, and I'm like, what the hell is he looking at? And there was a baby possum in there. So I got him out of there, and I set him down, and he's I guess he was playing possum, and I thought he was dead, and I go, So I just kept an eye on him, and sure enough, when he realized that it was okay, he got up and walked away. But I was in love with that little guy. I called him Julius. But so, you know, that's kind of like where I'm at on this. So I want to come see you as soon as I can and talk to you about all this. So can people help you? What do they do if they want to help you? Because you said there's a lot of a cost with feeding these animals, getting vaccinated, all of the care. You're talking about tens of thousands of dollars of your own money. How can people help you?
We actually have on Facebook, on our page, we have a donate button. Everybody's donate there if they want to do, just monetary. Doesn't matter if it's $1 or $2. It all goes back to the babies. We 01(c)(3), so it is and can be tax deductible. And at 100% of funding that we get from donations goes directly to the babies for their care. And then, I think our address is on our Facebook page. They can mail a check. There's a way to PayPal. We have a PayPal donation and a Venmo donation. And then we always need help feeding babies, building enclosures. We really could use some electrical. We need help with electrical and plumbing because with the outdoor enclosures, we still need to finish building more. We need to be able to run water out there. We need a small kitchen in the baby room in the addition for them.
Or even just being here to help feed and everybody wants the babies, but they make quite the mess. So even cleaning and just being around them is a ton of help.
Let me just tell you, you just said the magic words because my audience, they're like a herd of locusts when it comes to volunteering. And what we could do is we could plan like a field trip to come see you. Yeah. And they would love this. Oh my gosh, it would be so much fun.
We would love.
Yep, we've even got a guest room. Come up, stay the weekend. Yeah. We'll put you to work.
All right. Well, I tell you what. I think this is fantastic. You guys are doing an awesome job, and we are coming to see you. I can promise you that.
Wonderful. We look forward to it.
Hey, get out of there. No. Come on.
It's the dog. It's the dog, isn't it? Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm gonna go.
It's a zoo.
It sounds like a mauling is taking place. All right.
Well,
Okay, Ray and Brandy, you guys are doing the Lord's work. Well done, okay?
Thank you very much for having us on. We enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too. I'm sure the audience did too. Thank you, guys. Talk to you. Okay.
Take care.
See ya. Bye-bye. There you go. Ray and Brandy Hill. Oh, my gosh. From Grand Valley Bottle Babies. what I'm going to do is so you can get more of an idea because we struggled a little bit on some of the visuals, but I'm going to link up the M Live story that I first saw so you can see Ray and Brandy feeding these things. It's just absolutely awesome. So, okay, this is the next Eric Zane Show podcast, Zaniac Field Trip. We're going to go over to Ray and Brandy's place. They're up north a little bit. They're not too far. But hell, you know what we should do? We should get the camper and I'll jump in the motorhome and drive up there as a group. Now that is what we're going to do. Okay? Oh, man. I would love that. I freaking love raccoons. All right. Let's see what everybody says. Dirk says, I kind of want to pitch in for them to have better internet. You got to understand where they are. They don't have it. Okay. You have to use satellite internet. And I working, up at Fear Bunker North. That's the way it is in those parts. It's so you do the best you can, and they probably have the same thing that I have. Stevie, I was thinking of you when I volunteered. I knew you would be there for this. Whatever happened to that hole in the ground bunker thing we were supposed to explore? Yeah, good question. I did speak to them, and then I forgot about it. So let's see. Sarah says, number 2,234, broken promise, never gonna happen. Quit teasing us. You shut up, woman. We're going. I can promise you. Kent says, ask them if they need any flooring. I have some stuff we can donate. So when do we leave? Megan says, get Diana in the camper. Pick me up at Irvine's at 5. No, you guys, this one is definitely going to happen. This one because it involves cute baby raccoons and baby possums. Jason says they're in Hart. That's a trip for sure. It's cool. No big deal. Field trip. Sarah, no, you can't go because you snarked out at me. You can't make those, say those jokes, and then I want to, no. Let's see. Tyler says, I'm sure the gaping hole at the bunker is still there for you to climb into. I don't even remember. I talked to those people, but now I've lost the zest from it on that story. I want to do this instead. All right. Let's see. Any more comments? Road trip. Zaniac feeding party, says Shelly. Yep. Megan and I, that's my spirit animal. We will be there. Just, they'll be like, hey, can you guys feed these? No, we're playing with them. We're stuffing them in our pockets and trying to steal them. Oh, okay. This is going to be fantastic. Kate says, Eric's kids all leaving the house. Now Eric is rehabbing raccoons. Okay, hang on a second. I think we have a surprise guest.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen. Okay, now it froze. Wiggle a little. Do anything. Oh, for God's sake, find me internet so I can see this guy. Oh, I don't. Oh, okay. Oh, he was close. All right. Sorry, guys. I thought for a second I had him. All right, I'll let you go, Ray. We tried. See ya. We tried. Oh, I want to see one so bad. I love raccoons. Who the hell would ever hurt a frickin' raccoon? Megan says, do they wear diapers? I don't think so. Megan says her husband will not let her have raccoons. The puppies make enough of a mess. Oh, man. I am stoked about that trip. All right. Thank you. If you want to help those folks out, they can use anything in their efforts. Grand Rapids Bottle Babies on Facebook, and I will link them up. Hey, let me help your business, okay? I've got a couple people that I'm working with right now trying to, I got to call Richard. Richard wants me to talk to him about his artwork. Got a couple other businesses that are poking around about the Eric Zane Show podcast, and I want to talk to you about your business. Eric at ericzaneshow.com is the email. I'd love to tell you how it works, and you too can be one of the part of the army of sponsors on this podcast. Excuse me. All right. Just like my friends at Gift of Life, Michigan. If you want any information about filling out your organ donor card, please go to the Gift of Life, Michigan logo at ericzaneshow.com. Click on it. It'll take you right to the FAQ page so you can handle, get any of your questions answered about organ donations. Just a simple process, not asking a whole lot. Really just fill that thing out. That means there's a little, hang on, I'm struggling here. There's a little on your license will be a little indicator that, hey, this guy's an organ donor. Quickly, get the jaws of life. Get this carcass out of the car so we can harvest his organs. Oh, my God, it's terrible. Gift of Life would not like me talking that way, but that's kind of what it's all about, kind of how it works. So, all right, when you head up to the pearly gates, make sure you take those organs. They take those organs and you're not taking anything. And they donate them to people who need them, who would have their lives saved by you. So simple. You can't take it with you. Gift of Life, Michigan. But while you're still alive, wouldn't it be great to have an awesome mortgage from the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage? 231-332-6505 for the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. Now, whether this is something that you've done many, many times in the past, you have a great credit score, that's going to be easy peasy, no problem. Or if you're, kind of like the credit's a little wonky, life has gotten in the way, that does happen. That's a lot of people, all right? And not all mortgage people are the same, okay? They're not all created equal. A lot of these folks are like, yeah, we only want somebody with the big dollar mortgage. Not the case with my friends at the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. They work with everybody. They want to make sure everybody has an opportunity to get a mortgage. Truth be told, you're not all going to get one, okay? And some of you that have, kind of a wonky credit score, you're not going to get the best mortgage. But it's a pretty damn good chance you're not going to be paying rent. You can pay on your own home, and then you can oftentimes, after just a couple of years of on-time payments, get into a better mortgage. It's going to save you even more money. The Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. You can call up Mario at 231-332-6505 or find them online. Just click on the emerald green Van Dyke Mortgage logo on the sponsor scroll of ericzaneshow.com. 231-332-6505. All right. Thanks again to Ray and Brandy for joining me. So, all right. We are definitely going to plan a trip up to see them. Okay, the fear bunker, the bunker the lady found was fun, but this trumps that. I hadn't even thought of that till you guys mentioned it. What an ass I am. All right, now there is I'm waiting on another guest to show up here. And you're like, what is going on with the guests, Eric? Yeah, I booked. I did a lot of booking. And I've got another very, very special guest. See if any of you can guess who it's going to be on the comments. Kenny says, nice transition, but while you're still alive. Megan says, Stevie, we can't be trying to hug random raccoons. Buddy the Elf taught us better. Grand Valley Bottle Raccoons. I'm sorry. Grand Valley Bottle Babies writes, I'm actually... They wrote, thank you for having us on the show today. We really enjoyed you and the audience. They love you too. It says we have an account for our possum Anastasia on cuddly.com. Do you say opossum, opossum, or possum? I just say possum, but I'm not sure what is correct. All right. Now we've got a name for it. Field Trip Fridays. We could have a Field Trip Friday adventure to the bunker, and then another Field Trip Friday adventure to see Ray and Brandy to go feed the raccoons. Schaefer, I like what you're thinking. All right, hang on a second here. I got to send a text over to my next guest to make sure that he's coming. Hey, ... Don't leave me hanging, period. Everybody wants to see you and hear you, period. Click the link, dum-dum. Excuse me. Chris says, here in the north, it's just possum. Yeah. Excuse me. All right, where the hell am I? I'm kind of like in a holding pattern. I don't want to really get into anything because I'm waiting on my guest. And if the guest doesn't show up, then, I'm going to dog him. We can ditch the masks. Did you see this? The CDC says if you are fully vaccinated, not if you've had COVID before, if you are fully vaccinated, meaning 2 shots, 14 days from the last shot, you can ditch the mask, all right? And you can be within 6 feet, according to the CDC. Right away, saying, some of my Michigan audience saying, no, we can't. No, we can't. Yes, technically, you're right. The Michigan Department of Health and Human Services hasn't yet said that you can do that, and I think that body or entity trumps the mandate from the CDC. But understanding full well, it's not going to be long until that can happen. But nationally, they said you can do this. So it's up to the states. I imagine in due time, short order, that will be the thing. That will be the case. Contrary to popular belief, it's not like that they're going to, some of you think, oh, no, it's all about control. So Whitmer sits there and touches her genitals while we sit there and have to wear masks. I don't believe that for a second. There has been a marked turn in the pandemic here in the U.S. with cases in the last week well under 40,000 per week, per day, I should say. So that is incredible. It's still a shit show in India, though, where they are quickly catching the U.S. in overall cases. And, honestly, they have 1 billion more people in the country of India than the United States. It's really telling that the United States has 10 million more cases than a country like India, considering the fact that they have 1 billion more people. And the reason why America has so many more cases is because of all the dumb fucks that live in the United States. They are the reason why. It's the stupidity. It is purely the dunce factor that the United States is number one with a bullet for cases. And that is hands down. It is the ignorance of the American people. That is why that is. But it looks like it's turning. I just read an article on Axios. Headline, America is finally winning its fight against the coronavirus. Really interesting. And the stats that go with it are pretty telling. The big picture, for the first time in a long time, nobody needs to cherry pick some misleading data to make it seem like things are going well. And the good news doesn't need an endless list of caveats either. It's just really good news. We're winning. Be happy. That is despite the stupidity by so many people in this country. The U.S. averaged fewer than 40,000 new cases per day over the past week. That's a 21% improvement over the week before, and the first time the daily average has dipped below 40,000 since September, 8 months ago. By the way, if you remember when this all started, nobody knew what the fuck was going on. You had do not wear a mask. Do not wear a mask. You don't want, and then right around April, they said, wear a mask. Everybody wear a mask. And then months later, they said, wear 2 masks. Okay? Now, to be clear, I am not going to stop wearing a mask. I'm wearing a mask indefinitely with no foreseeable. If everybody is not wearing a mask, I am still going to wear a mask. Absolutely. Not only because I'm just not convinced that I want to just ditch it. You know, I just don't feel comfortable yet. I want to wear a mask. To me, I love the mask. I feel comfortable with the mask. It's been so long that fuck you. You are not going to take my mask from me. So I'm going to continue to wear my 2 masks. I don't care if no one is wearing a mask, I'm wearing a mask. Not only is it something that I'm just comfortable doing, but it's I'm gonna avoid other illnesses too. Just see the story about how the flu is like non-existent because everybody's been wearing a mask. So you stay the fuck away from me, and I'm gonna keep wearing my mask, and that's how it's gonna be. But more on this article. New cases declined last week in 37 states. Not a single state moved in the wrong direction. Deaths from the coronavirus are at their lowest level since last July. What is wrong with my throat? Damn it. About 600 per day on average. It's really crazy that we can say, yeah, only 600 people are dying a day. You know, I mean, that's still very, very painful. But when if you've been down this road for so long, you hear stories about, but it's only 600. That seems like good news. More than 107 million Americans have gotten both doses of either the Pfizer or Moderna vaccines. And the vaccination drive in the U.S. has been underway for nearly 6 months. Get this. 99.7% of hospitalized coronavirus patients are unvaccinated, according to the Cleveland Clinic. 99.7% of hospitalized coronavirus patients are not vaccinated. More real-world evidence that the vaccines prevent the type of serious infections that were killing over 3,000 Americans a day just a few months ago. So this is working. And it's starting to snowball downhill. Okay, it's multiplying and working at a great pace, from what I'm understanding. Almost 60% of Americans have gotten at least one shot, so we're getting close to that goal of 70%. Okay, and then that could establish likely herd immunity, and roughly 45% are fully vaccinated. And then the next step, the 17 million 12 to 15-year-olds in this country. So there you go. Definitely light at the end of the tunnel. I'm stoked about that. And you know what else I'm stoked about? I'll tell you what I'm stoked about.
He's Benny the Wonder Dog, Benny the Wonder Dog, Benny the One-Eyed Wonder Dog, yeah. Benny the One-Eyed Dog, Benny the One-Eyed Dog, Benny the One-Eyed Wonder Dog. Yeah. Stupid fucking hippie. Take a shower, hippie. Smelly shit, hippie. Dirty fucking hippie.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, what's happening?
I love the stash.
Well, thanks. Yeah, I'm getting more hippie every day. You know, you're the only one with that recording. So,
you know, it's crazy because normally when I see people with mustaches, they look like rapists, but you don't. You don't look like a rapist.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. My wife will appreciate that.
And get everybody caught up to speed. Every time I talk to you, you have another child. What is the family life like now?
We're celebrating our 4th anniversary. I'm live from the Canopy downtown Grand Rapids. We went way down in Grand Rapids, and we woke up in a hotel this morning. Sonny and I were enjoying our 4th anniversary. We had a fancy steak dinner. We zoomed around on all those goofy scooters that they have around here last night. Oh, man. I got run over by a couple buses. Ditched the kids, put them with Grandma and Papa. And, of course, here we are with our wake-up call on the Eric Zane Show. Thanks for letting me know about this here.
I told you.
You did tell me.
I told you.
I remembered. Then I didn't. And then, it was good. So, we had a great time. But, 4 years married, 2 kids, a 4-year-old and a 3-year-old. And no more yet.
Congratulations to you. That is great. I'm happy for you guys. Gunner, you have come a long way from when you showed up at the radio station with some apples and an apple pie, hoping that we would play your music.
Well, still wandering around Grand Rapids at all sorts of hours in the morning and in the night. So I'm just getting stoked for tomorrow too. They got a rooftop on this place, and I'm looking at the Van Andel, and I'm like, Eric got me in the Van Andel Arena for the biggest stage of my life. So,
you reached out to me earlier in the hockey season, was it? And you had just inquired about singing the national anthem, isn't that right?
Yeah, I mean it's a dream. It's a dream of mine, and I want to do it.
I hear that from a lot of artists. In fact, I was talking with Mitch from Wayland, and I swear to God, he has the same thought. He had said to me, he goes, hey, man, and he hasn't been able to get into there because the boys live in California now, but he had said that he has the same dream. People love to sing the national anthem, Gunner.
Well, at least we think we can.
People describe it as kind of a challenge to sing that song. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, it certainly is a challenge, and I mean, that big of a stage, that much pressure. I mean, I like Mitch, like myself, we live for that, those shaky legs right before you get up and sing, or those shaky legs halfway through the song, or whatever it is, and just trying to and getting through it and doing it well, and hopefully giving it's obviously a little service to the country, I mean, it's a national anthem, so you better pay homage to the country. And if you're a patriot like myself, that's even better. So I'm cool. I'm stoked.
Did you storm the Capitol on January 6th?
If I would have stormed the Capitol, I might have actually burned that place down or something, man. Why did they do anything? That's what I kept saying. If they would have did something, then they might have actually meant to be there. But I don't know what that was about. I'm like, the next day, I'm like, why didn't they just? Yeah. Why did they actually do anything? But anyway, it was like an aggressive tour, a very, very aggressive, mean, angry tour, is what that was. You're gonna let me in. It's like when I break into these downtown hotels on a hot date, and go jump in the hot tub, and then they wouldn't catch you, so you're like, well, wait, maybe I'll go play the piano really loud, and then they still won't throw you out, and then you're like, well, shoot, I mean, maybe we gotta get a little more risky over here in the corner and see if they get us up. That's all. They were all sorts of confused, but so is the nation everywhere else, right? Sure. Well, listen. So this is how this is going to go. You should know that there's been, of all the hockey games we've had, there has been 0 live performances of the national anthem up until Saturday night. You are the only one, the only person to do this, and I brought it up, and I go, hey. We've had these recorded versions of the anthem. I have Gunner, and he wants to do it live. Can we do that? And they kind of looked at each other, and they go, well, yeah, actually we can, if he's willing to do that. So, 750 people plus some players and some referees and some trainers, and it's on television too. You are going to be on TV doing this, Gunner. I've been watching the Griffins on television there, Channel 15. Good games. Yes, so WXSP carries those games. So if people cannot go to the game, and they actually still can if they go to griffinshockey.com, they can get tickets for the game. Like I said, there's only 750, but still available?
Yeah, yep. As of last check, people can still go to those games and and then see you on TV, and then that's how it's going to be, man. And you've got tickets. So who's all coming to the game, Gunner?
I'm bringing Sonny, Storm, and Sterling. So it'll be the boys' first ever hockey game.
Oh, that's sweet. How old are the boys, Gunner?
4 and 3 years old. They just got haircuts yesterday for the first time. Mom's a little traumatized, but they've had long,
Wow.
goofy hair. Now they're looking a little more trim. They're all excited, but yeah, they're excited, and we might need to get a hotel for another night. They love the hotels. We might be tearing up the town one more night tomorrow.
No, what's funny is you actually have to get there early and do a sound check in the 5 o'clock hour, and then go out, whatever, get a bite to eat, come on back, and then like 6:30, will set you up, and then boom, off you go, man. I am very, very excited about this. I'm so glad it came together the way it did.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you for setting it up. It's been I've been kind of walking on air since you called me that day. And I ran 8 miles that day you called me about playing the anthem. I was like halfway done, and I just kept on going, man. You put that wind in my sails.
Wow.
And I'm like, well, I'm going to be singing the anthem, so I better be running. I better really be working out, put my life together here again.
Yeah.
And, this just get us out of quarantine. I know people are still a little shy. Obviously, if you're not getting 750 people in the Van Andel Arena, hopefully we do on a Saturday night, because people, as they're getting more comfortable, it is beautiful down here. Apparently, while we were all up in the country working, they just like totally refurbished all of downtown and made it beautiful, even more beautiful than it was.
Yeah.
After last night, I'm just like, holy cow. Like, and you got scooters everywhere. You can just run around.
Now, one of the things that I love about you, Gunner, is not only are you an amazing country artist and a beautiful soul, and you've got a great band, and those guys are all amazing, you are one of the most knowledgeable farmers there is. This is not simple work. You had to be you had to spend a lot of time and money on higher education and work, and you had to figure all the things you needed to figure out, and all the experience of working the family farm, and you run Nyblad Orchards. Isn't that right?
Oh, I'm all over the place. Yeah. Nyblad Orchards and my dad's New Leaf Orchards, and I'm back in the field right now, so protecting the trees. And it's been a lot of weeks of this cold weather. I'm glad to see that this has passed, but I think we made it through.
Yeah.
We were all downhearted and hurting because these cherries keep getting frozen. They froze last year. They got beat up really bad, those early frosts we had this year. But looking up in the tops of the trees, we still got a few cherries. So come and get your cherries in about the last week of June, first week of July. And I think the apple crop survived. It might have shaved off a few apples, but that's good for the market, right?
Yeah. So when you go and look at the trees and look at, so at a certain point they start to produce fruit, and then what you don't want is these hard freezes, which then hurt the crop. Correct?
Yeah. We were in like these flower stages where the flowers are they're just every night getting hit a little harder with that frost, but I don't know. They're pulling through. If you keep them healthy, you give them as much love as you possibly can, and talk to them, they kind of come back. We'll see. That's my knowledge. That's my higher education.
No, seriously. I've been with you. We've been driving through the orchards before when I visited you way back when. And are you now? Have your workers shown up yet this year?
Yeah. We've got them all back. 17 guys working hard. The H2A program, which is pretty cool. A lot of people think that those guys are out there like making minimum wage and undocumented, but we bust them up, and it's through the government keeps track of everyone, and them guys are making $15 an hour.
Yeah.
But of course they work harder than any human I've ever known. And
yeah.
We did. We just planted our last orchard, hopefully for many years. We've been planting lots of trees every year. It's a giant investment, and my brother says that we're planted up, and so planting is fun. But then if you go up on the ridge and you look at the orchards nowadays, It's the construction afterwards, and it's these poles and wire and tying the trees. And you see, we have every tree perfectly measured and put on wire and tied up tight. So we spend a lot of time after we plant the trees just constructing the orchard now with drills and excavators and all sorts of stuff. But here we go, get some rain.
Yeah.
Use some rain, and then they start growing.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, so that crew of 17, these guys, it's not new people every year, right? Or is it?
Oh, we've been finding the same folks. So they leave about November. They come back in April, and yeah,
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of cool. It's really cool. It's kind of like the H2B, like what hotels do with business, but H2A for ag. And you can be more selective. You can, make sure that they're really, willing and able to work, and you gotta send them home. If they aren't, then you pay for them to go home, or you pay for more to come back up. So it's a big investment, but damn good workers, man.
Yeah. So and do you have to? And now, do they stay on your property?
Oh yeah. They got housing, and give them the toothbrush and pillows and all that, and a good mattress. We're getting into it, but yeah.
So I know I have a lot of questions, but I'm really fascinated by this. They work the entire season, and then they go, and then that's how they pay. That's how they keep their family alive, right?
Oh yeah, you'd be amazed. I mean, all my life growing up since I was little, you always hear, the old guy that's been working in here forever or working there. They're always sending at least half home to support their old, villages, their whole their economies in their villages. They want to. The one will tell me they want to, buy their dad another cow. And then the other people, they have families that manage shops down there, and just the little bit they send helps. Helps keep those shops going, or I don't know, like it always seems to it always seems to trickle down, and that's the point of it. I think that's why they're working so hard.
Absolutely. And just so everybody understands, this is the way it's done. Okay, it's done through the government. This is all. You don't do it like your own way. There isn't a way around. If you do it, you're breaking the rules. You're going to get in trouble, and you guys obviously would never do that. So this is all the way it's supposed to be done. So that's really cool.
Yeah. I'm in my 30s now, and it's come a long way since I was, 5 years old, driving the tractor with folks that may have just kind of shown up and migrated, and hopefully most of those, a lot of those people have formed good lives and good families and good worlds up, especially in our area, the Ridge area and stuff. But now with them coming up through the H2A, it helps out a lot. It's a little expensive, but you find that people, when you pay people for their work, they tend to work a little better.
Nice.
And I think that's a good model for all the business owners out there. I mean, I don't know how everyone's saying you can't compete with this minimum wage and stuff, but people got to make more than $700 a week. I mean, now, I'm not complaining or not telling you what to do, but it's tough. You gotta get up there. You gotta get up there in a livable range.
Tell me what's going on with the Grizzly Boys. You and the Grizzly Boys. What's happening in that world, Gunner?
I've been teasing that beer truck song with you for about a year and a half now. It feels like, and we finally uploaded the song, the video, everything to TuneCore, to iTunes. It's set to be out May 28th.
All right. That is sweet. Now I need to know something. Do you have is that self-published, or do I have, if I play that on the podcast and if you went through like a recording deal or anything, then I can't play it. But if you just independently put the music out and make it, I can play it. So how does it work for you guys?
You can play it all you want. It is self-published. So I don't know if there's powers that be that make you pay for streaming our music, because we upload it through the same avenues that any other big artist would, but we aren't going to have a publishing company or a record label that's saying, hey, pull that down, Gunner and the Grizzly Boys doesn't like you representing them on their show or something, so it is self-published, but it's through pretty legitimate avenues in how music streaming or publishing or
nice.
Spinning works. But I'm really excited for this song. It's 2 minutes. It's the dumbest song we've ever written.
2 minutes? Oh, 2 minutes long?
2 minutes long, so it should be really simple for all you folks on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or whatever, just to like at least like get it in your brains for a minute and then share it with your friends and show other people. We've never been so proactive to like release a music video and the song all at once, like upload it all to all the avenues and make it all go at one time. So I'm gonna need your help. I'm hoping to do like a press release, maybe get on, some of the local TV stations and push radio as much as we can with our manager. Because I don't know if it's a radio song, but radio is looking for everything different possible. And we're kind of, the ship has sailed and like trying to make songs for the radio.
Yeah.
So we're just
weird.
we're going at this pace as a band, doing what we want. It was a blast to make the video. It's a hilarious video. And other than that, we hope it kicks off a good summer. We have 8 or 9 shows booked. If you go to our Facebook, some of them disappear. Some of them come back up. It's kind of awkward times right now. Certain cities that have booked us are having us. Some are shutting down. I know as of right now, we're still playing the Lowell Steamboat Show. That's going to be sweet. That's always a good one out in Lowell. Going up to the UP for like a bed and breakfast. And I'm looking for more stuff like that, like, half private, half public. Someone's got a big yard. We can party down. I think that's going to happen a lot this summer. So call me up. If you got like $30,000. No, just kidding. It's only $5,000 for the band.
All right.
You can probably talk me down to like half that because I'm a terrible businessman. But we're looking forward to jamming.
Yes. I love it.
We are excited to get out. Everyone, their vaccines are kind of sinking in, especially for the band and stuff. We've let them go another 30 days after most of us have got our vaccine. So people will be out and about, and we want to be right there with them. There was a band playing last night in Grand Rapids. It sounded so good.
Yep.
Just old. It's like young guys, but they're playing old man rock and roll, and it was great. And I just sat there and was like, music feels good. It feels good. That's a fact.
I tell you what, man. I'm excited for you guys. Congratulations on 4 years of marriage. You're so lucky that she has. She must be blind. She must be blind.
Yeah. That you and every dude last night as we were running around Grand Rapids. Man, what is that girl doing with that?
Well, the thing about Sunny is she's the type. And I don't want this to sound weird, but it's the type of beauty that when you see her, you're like, wait a minute, what? I always, when I see someone who's super pretty, I always look away and look at the ground and avert my gaze because I know that if I even see just a little bit, I like, oh my God, and I'll look at him and then she'll think I'm a rapist. And so,
oh geez,
I like, oh,
your wife's damn hot too. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing.
She comes in the green room. I'm like, oh boy, here she comes.
Well, I mean, my wife. I'm always staring. And now that I will. I'll just stare at her and look at her like one of the bad guys in Pulp Fiction. Yeah. And she's like, oh God, you look like you're getting ready to rape me.
Yeah, man, we got the hot wife club, That's
yeah,
good.
I tell you what, they are just so pretty, so pretty. I love women so much. Oh my God. Oh man. Well, I tell you what, it's always a pleasure to get you on here, and so I will see you tomorrow at the rink. Okay, buddy?
I will, folks. Who we playing? Is it Chicago?
We are playing a team called the Cleveland Monsters.
The Cleveland Monsters.
Yes.
The Cleveland Monsters.
Yep. The Griffins
tomorrow,
have had
7 o'clock. Grand Rapids Griffins, Van Andel Arena.
Yep. We can see you on TV or just get tickets while they last.
All right, I'm gonna be practicing. My mic hold, and man, again, thanks for the opportunity. And what's up, all you Zaniacs out there? It's been too long, but he's gonna be playing that beer truck on the hour every hour.
All right, Gunner. I'll talk to you soon. Okay, buddy?
All right. Love you, Eric.
Love you too. Thank you. My pleasure. My pleasure. Bye, Sonny.
Peace.
All right. There you go. Gunner. Gunner from Gunner and the Grizzly Boys. Ah, how awesome is that? How awesome is that? What a sweet, sweet soul. Yeah. Did you guys know that was coming? I don't think you did. Okay, where am I? Grand Valley Bottle Baby says it's spelled OPOSSUM, but we say possum. Thank you. All right, sorry. Got distracted. He's Benny the Wonder Dog. Benny the Wonder. This is another Eric Zane Show podcast, Broken Promise. No, this isn't a broken promise. This is a pipe dream. If we put our money together and have Gunner go up to Fear Bunker North, and then we have a concert there, wouldn't that be something? Now that I can tell you is never going to happen. That is flat out never going to happen. But I just like to think about it.
He's Benny the Wonder Dog, Benny the Wonder Dog, Benny the One-Eyed Wonder Dog. Yeah! Benny the One-Eyed Dog, Benny the One-Eyed Dog, Benny the One-Eyed Wonder Dog. Don't you want him?
Question: is the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast going on tonight? Yes, I'm so glad you brought that up. That is on tap for tonight, 7 p.m. Okay, right off the top of my head, I'm sending Zoom invites. Okay, so you can join us and interact with us on the Ben and Eric live stream of the Patreon podcast. You can only see it on Patreon. This is a one-of-a-kind event. This show alone, the 90 minutes to 2 hours we do on Fridays, is worth the entire Patreon. I was just talking to Carl the other day from Who Are These Podcasts. Carl does 2 bonus episodes per month. That alone is worth Carl's Patreon, okay? But as you know, I throw everything. I throw the kitchen sink at Patreon. The Ben and Eric Patreon podcast 4 times a month or once every week is worth the $5 or $10 a month because you watch it live or watch the replay on video if you're a $10 a month patron, or you can listen to the audio for the $5 a month Patreon membership. And on the $10 a month, you're with us live. We're looking at you through Zoom. You're looking at us. We're talking to you. We're playing Bet on Ben. People are it's like a party, man. It really is fun. Okay. That alone is worth the price of admission. And the show's kind of, established itself with their own chemistry and uniqueness. It's just great. So I'm inviting Amanda, Kenny, Patriot Nick. You see, I have to send an invite, a link. Okay. And off the top of my head, these are the regulars: Amanda, Nick, Kenny, the Schaefers, Dirk, Kate, Dean. Who am I forgetting? I always forget, but I have to go to old emails and look it up. Josh, the Pelleritos, whoever. It doesn't matter. It's unlimited. Okay? So I try to remember the regulars, but frankly, it's just me thinking. Jason Mays, send me an email. I know you're like, well, I do this every time. Could you maybe keep a list? Yes, I could, but I haven't yet. And until I do, until I get better at remembering all the names, yes, you have to send me an email. Just because I don't want to leave you out. I want you to be there. Eric@ericzaneshow.com. Okay? I kind of want to check on Diana. I'm just going to go peek to see if she's sleeping. Okay? And I'm not going to make any noise. I don't want to wake her up. I'm not even going to put any music. Be right back. Hold on. She's totally cashed. Yesterday was bad, man. She was in so much pain yesterday, the whole day, that she couldn't even get up the energy to look at her phone. And that's saying something. She just sat there. Oh, God. It was rough. She's a tough girl, though. Hey, hire me on Cameo while you're at it. Oh, let me back up on the Patreon thing. So this is all you do if you've ever listened to the show for free. Just try it out for the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast. That alone is worth it, man. I'm telling you. You're going to love the dynamic. Patreon, patreon.com/Eric Zane. Sign up, try it for $5 or $10 a month. And then if it sucks, you just cancel it. And then you get the rest of the month free. But I think you're going to like it. I put a lot of work into the Patreon. And that's not all you get. I've got so many other shows on there. The Patreon bonus, which is an extension of this. The Lost Zane recordings, which is full shows from my radio days. The Insane Asylum, which a lot of you helped me curate the music for. Thank you for that. Jimmy Stinson sent along a nice list. Also, Adam's Oddity is on that. That's a radio show I do for a radio station in northern Michigan. You get it minus the commercials and before it even airs. And then I have Smarter Than a Former Drug Dealer Trivia with Dale. There's a lot to offer on the Patreon. And if you like it, you can convert to a yearly, and I'll save you 10%. All right. My pals at Blue Frost IT are the absolute best. Blue Frost IT, the managed IT service provider for this show. If I need anything tech support, I have them ready to go. Okay? It is a security blanket for tech. Now, I'm just one set of one computer and a monitor, and there's not a lot, so I don't have to. It's a pittance to have them service my stuff, and I rarely need them. But I know they're there if something goes wrong. I've got boots on the ground in an instant. For your business, consider that. Also for your business, if your employees are at home, which some of you might be like, you know what? Why don't you stay home? We've adapted. They might need tech support. You can call on Blue Frost IT. They do all that for your employees. If you're looking to relocate work, or your office, you're going to move all your computers. Maybe you're doing moving into a new place. You want new network drops installed, and you need all new tech. You sit down with a complimentary consultation with Alan from Blue Frost IT, and he's basically going to interview you for a half hour, an hour as to what your needs are. Yeah, this is what you need on your setup. Because if you just go to the store and buy it at Best Buy, you're probably going to pay for shit you don't need. And this is what you want to avoid. You want to make sure that what you're spending your money on is all going towards your actual needs in the workplace. That's what they do at Blue Frost IT. Reach out to them, info@bluefrostit.com, or call them 616-200-8550. Blue Frost IT, the number one IT service organization in West Michigan. Okay. Arise Zen Hydroponics. Today is the last day, or yesterday was the last day we had to worry about our plants outside. If you are looking to put the plants in the ground right now, today is the day you do it here in West Michigan. Some in other parts of the country, you're like, what are you talking about? No, but 35% of my audience is here in West Michigan. So for us here, this is the day. We have finally, for the next 10 days, forecast is looking great, and then we'll be pretty much into June at that point, so we're good. We're done. It's hard to believe. Up till May 12th or 13th, we had freezing temperatures. That's pretty sustained on the cold weather for Michigan. But we got some clean air. If you've been growing indoors, you want to get it outdoors, Horizon Hydroponics can help. Horizen. Get it, Zen. Oh. Zen Hydroponics. For whatever it is you're growing. Your plants, your vegetables, your flowers, your cannabis. Horizon Hydroponics. They have everything you need. You can buy it online if you like and pick it up in person. That'll save you the shipping. But No matter where you are, if your order is $250 and more, the shipping is free from my friends at Horizon Hydroponics. And when you pay for it, whether you're having them send it to you or you're going to pick it up, use the coupon code ZANESHOW at checkout. You will save 10% at Horizon Hydroponics. Okay. Update on the pipeline. Boy, there's so much I didn't know. I'm really interested in this. The Colonial Pipeline Company. First of all, about 90% of the infrastructure in the United States is privately owned. Think about that. Sure, gas, oil, electricity, transportation, hospitals, financial, you name it. It's run by private industry, and they can run their businesses as they see fit. So if some guy in charge says, I want to save a little cash, I think I'm going to take it out of the cybersecurity budget, and we'll just roll the dice. All right, that's where things get weird. That's what happened to Colonial Pipeline. The hackers go in and held their financials ransom. They shut down the pipeline in a preventative effort because I think they were either scared the hackers were going to actually tap into the pipeline or that, So they shut it all down in a preemptive move. Pipeline stops. Everybody's fuel goes crazy. The fuel prices go crazy. The supply goes crazy. And so there's that. They were being held ransom for $5 million in Bitcoin, $5 million worth of Bitcoin. And then you started hearing stories about, it's back online. The fuel is now being transported. They have solved the issue. You know what the issue that they solved was? They paid the ransom. Colonial Pipeline actually said, okay, we'll pay, and sent the cash to the people that were holding their financials hostage. Think about that. Joe Biden was talking. He said, there is absolutely nothing I can do. I have zero power to tell these businesses how to run their business. If they choose to do it the way Colonial did, they can. So that's a little weird, isn't it? That can't you just can't you do an executive order or some shit? Say get your shit fixed, or I don't know. In my opinion, the government should take over. We need more government running these things, in my opinion. I'm kidding. By the way, back to the mask thing. This just popped into my head. Some people have said, so the CDC says we don't have to wear masks. How do you know people are vaccinated? And, I guess you don't. And if Eric were president, this is where the vaccine passport comes in. We should all have to carry our vaccine passport. And then, you can have government entities going around neighborhoods. And then if they see you, they say, hey, how you doing? Fine. Papers. And you have to show them your papers. And if you are not vaccinated or you don't have your papers, you're immediately taken into custody until you can prove. This is the only way to end this pandemic. If I were president, that is what I would do. Or you would have to have, I don't know, you ever that book, The Scarlet Letter, the chick who was the whore had the A, for adultery. We would have to wear you get a red patch on your shoulder to show that you're vaccinated, or green or blue. No, red is bad. Red would be you're not vaccinated. And then you have to buy clothing with patches on them. This is the only way we can prevent this from happening again. Just something to think about. Now, some of you might think that that's crazy, but I'm telling you, if I were the president, I would be such a badass about this. I would demand that all of our infrastructure has to be run by the government, and I would make an executive order that you cannot go outside or go anywhere unless you produce your paperwork. And if you don't have your paperwork or you're not vaccinated, you will be arrested. What? You guys not agree with that? You don't agree with that? I think that's a good idea. Jason calling me a Nazi? Are you crazy? It's to keep you healthy, you stupid idiot. Maybe vaxxers should have serial numbers tattooed on their arms. No, I don't want to do that. I don't know why you would say something like that. Chris, see, you idiots are taking this a step further. Chris says round up all the anti-vax people and concentrate them together in some kind of camp. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to. I mean, come on. You can't call it a concentration camp. You can call it an anti-vaccination camp. All the people who don't get vaccinated for COVID and then bring them in. No, you guys are calling me terrible names. Andrea is calling me Hitler, you fucking idiot. You again. This is not like that. You dumb shits always go to that route. Always go to that fucking avenue. No, you round up these assholes and then assholes like Andrea, and you shoot her in the neck with a fucking blow dart full of vaccine. Right in her fucking neck. There you go. That's what you do. And then get you idiots vaccinated, and then you can go back to your stupid lives. How does that sound? Jason says, careful, Chris. The Facebook police might consider that hate speech. Dirk says, round up all the non-vaccine people, put them on trains, and send us to resorts. Put them on an island. Idiots. All right. While we're talking about the pipeline, remember we talked about the idiots hoarding gas? And I got two messages, one from Dirk and one from Zaniac Mike Ball. Zaniac Mike said, you called it. And it is exactly what I talked about. I said, I imagine sometime today, I said something to the effect of this, we will hear a story about someone's vehicle bursting into flames because they were hoarding gas. And this is so terrific. I'm going to show you on the live stream what this looks like so that you can all enjoy this with me. Okay, this dick who drives a Hummer, of course, look at it's burnt out. It's look at here. This is all the inside of the vehicle, all the gas cans that went up in flames for this asshole. Shows up at the gas station with a Hummer and fills up all of the bright red gas cans with gasoline, puts them in his vehicle. Now, that alone should not have caused an explosion, I don't think. I mean, how many times have we purchased gas and for our lawnmowers and we take it back home? So I'm not sure what happened with this idiot, how it could have ignited. But sure enough, the gas blew up inside of this dickhead's car. You know what's interesting to me is they say shut off your motor when you're filling your gas, and that is sound advice because there's all sorts of combustion going on underneath the hood. Yeah, and then the whole static electricity thing is not good. That can ignite. But I mean, how is that? If we put the shit into our cars, and then go home to put the gas into our lawnmower, I mean, is that weird? I mean, the fumes building up in the car. I mean, I don't know, keep the windows open. Maybe this guy did something wrong. You'd think that this would be half of the place, but somehow this asshole's Hummer caught on fire. Burst into flames Wednesday morning right after the guy filled up several gas cans at some Florida gas station. Of course, in Florida, his 04 Hummer H2 on fire. The guy was hurt, but he refused treatment. That sounds about right. Okay? Injured, burnt, refused treatment. So dumb shit. There's all sorts of stupidity here. And it kind of adds to the Hummer stereotype. You know, Hummers are kind of people who drive Hummer kind of looked at as assholes, kind of like people who drive BMWs or Porsches or monster trucks. You know, like the guy who has the truck with the Trump flag on the back. Everybody looks at him as an asshole. Okay. In fact, I drive a Trump truck. That Silverado that I drive, everybody looks at me. All the other fucking hillbillies in town, they see me. They got a Confederate flag, a Don't Tread on Me, and a Trump flag flying off the back of their piece of shit truck. And they look at me and they're like, hey, man, where's your flag? Where's your truck nuts? I'm like, fuck you, you animal. And I just take off. But, so guy in a Hummer, so you know he's an asshole. Hoarding all the gas, bigger asshole. And he refuses medical treatment, so he's a stupid son of a bitch. Okay. So that guy. Florida State Fire Marshal called to investigate and determine the official cause of the fire. I think it's just stupidity. Fire comes as officials urge people not to panic buy gasoline. Yeah, no kidding. Dirk wanted to panic buy gasoline. Did you see that? Talking with Dirk on one of those Facebook posts. Dirk was encouraging everyone to go get as many gas cans as possible and fill them up, because he's lived in places where there's been gasoline shortages. He actually said that. You know, I can't even say that with a straight face. He didn't really say that. He didn't say anything like that. I'm trying to take it easy on Dirk. Dirk had the blues earlier this week, and I don't know what was going on there. But he was having a terrible time. And Patriot Nick and I started fucking with him on a text, and he was like, no, guys, I got the blues. So, all right, man, I think he's serious. We're going to have to, I sent a message just to fuckface Nick, and I go, hey, man, yeah, all right, I'm backing off. I don't want to fuck with him. Sounds like he's really, really upset about something. So I hope you feel better, but you're still kind of a twat. All right. That's enough with the screen sharing. I should have probably stopped that some time ago. Dirk says that is not at all what I said. Yeah, I know he didn't say it. I'm just fucking with you. All right. So there you go. Pipeline. Government should run it. We should have a vaccine passport. And if you don't have your vaccine, you should be jailed. And there you go. That's how I feel about it. Nominees for Asshole of the Day coming up in just a bit. If you have any nominations, actually, I have the nominations and you vote. Okay. Who could they be? We talked about the last lunch being packed. We talked about the CDC saying you can get rid of the masks. Talked about getting the pot pie delivered. Talked about from who the hell delivered the pot pie? Was it Sherry? No, it was Stephanie. Stephanie delivered the pot pie. Rhonda brought over the friggin' fajita. Oh, I cannot wait to have that again today. Diana feeling terrible. Me nearly breaking my ankle. We had the folks, Ray and Brandy from Grand Rapids, Grand Valley. I keep saying Grand Rapids. What an asshole. Grand Valley Bottle Babies on. I had Gunner on. Boy, we don't have a lot of candidates for Asshole of the Day, brought to you by JM Synthetics and TC Paintball. Colonial Pipeline. Dumb shit whose Hummer caught fire. Am I forgetting anything else? If you could rack your brain for me and throw in a nomination or who you think should be the Asshole of the Day. I mean, I don't have a lot to go with. We have a relatively light amount of people for the Asshole of the Day. All right. If you ever want an Eric Zane Show podcast t-shirt, you can find out, you can see them all at ericzaneshow.com. Click on merch. Check out what I have to offer. Our paintball event is lean, really lean for Sunday. We can still take more people. RSVP Eric at ericzaneshow.com. I'd love to hear from you. TC Paintball, online at tcpaintballgr.com. $35 for this event on Sunday. 5 p.m. You get the gun, you get the mask, you get the paint, free pizza party with soft drinks beforehand, hanging out, having fun, shoot me. Honestly, we've got about a dozen. That'll be our lowest we've ever had. I don't know if it's a nice weather or what, but it's looking lean. It could be a lean event. But if you still are considering and would love to do something fun with your family or you and the boys or the girls, whatever it may be, I would love to see you at TC Paintball in Grand Rapids, Michigan, 5 p.m. on Sunday. Thank you to my friends at BC Pizza, Best Choice Pizza in Grand Rapids. They are on Lake Michigan Drive. BC Pizza in Grand Rapids on Lake Michigan Drive. Please call on them when you want to eat a pizza. They've got a whole lot more than that, too. Check out their whole menu. If you click on their logo at ericzaneshow.com, it'll take you right to their page and their menu. And last but certainly not least, my pals over at Cornhole America, online at cornholeamerica.com. Get a set of cornhole boards that will last forever. Do not buy the garbage, okay? If you're having the friends over, the family, a family reunion, having a party, you want to throw some bags, do not buy garbage cornhole boards. Buy a professional set of cornhole boards that will last you forever. The garbage ones from Walmart or Meijer are going to be busted by the end of the party. Some drunken uncle's going to fall on them and crush them. That won't happen with boards that are purchased from Cornhole America. And you can put whatever you want onto a set of cornhole boards from Cornhole America. Any logo, any sports team, any still shot from a porno, whatever you want from Cornhole America. If you go to their website, cornholeamerica.com, put my name, Eric Zane Show, on there, my cornhole boards will show up, and you can buy those if you want. I'm not going to lie to you. These cost a hell of a lot more than the shit you get at Walmart. You get what you pay for when it comes to cornhole boards. A good set of boards is about $200, and they last forever. And you will be so impressed with what you can even put whatever you want onto the bags. Each set of bags are custom made. The dude is actually sewing them together. You can specify what you want in the bags, either the synthetic material or actual kernels of corn. Okay? It's up to you. Cornholeamerica.com for more information. All right. Asshole of the day, yeah, brought to you by JM Synthetics and TC Paintball. Amanda says Eric for asshole of the day. What for what? You're going to need to be more specific, you fucking idiot. The fuck is wrong with you, Amanda? I'm not going to bring you to the Raccoon Fest a field trip if you have an attitude like that. When are we going to hear Ben's bombing? And can Stu be involved? Boy, it's possible. Yeah, we talked about it on the podcast yesterday, and I guess I can play it for you, but it's I don't know. It's painful. Raymond says, I'll be the asshole. Andrea says, for trying to control us, Adolf. Andrea, you stupid fucking Cedar Tucky bitch whore fuck. What the fuck is wrong with you? My God, you are such a pain in the ass. For interrupting Gunner's mini honeymoon. No, bullshit. Satellite internet for asshole of the day. Pipeline hackers, gas hog Hummer. Maze says Eric for aspiring, I'm guessing, to be like Hitler. Yeah, I so not like Hitler. There is nothing that I am doing that is Hitler-like. You know how Hitler murdered people? I am not for that. Okay? I am not for that at all. I am just all about rounding you degenerates up and putting you in a pen and then forcing you to get the shot so that you can live longer. That is the exact opposite of Adolf Hitler. You stupid, non-creative twats love to just play the Hitler card. What is that term to describe it? Any argument will fall into Hitler if you just give it a little bit of time or some shit. That's what you dumb shits do. Okay? You idiots do that shit. And what I do is not about Hitler. I want you to live. As stupid as you are, I want you alive. Okay? You make me very happy. You make me happy when skies are gray. Okay, hang on. Yes, this is the nurse's line.
Oh, hi, nurse. I need my TV on now. I took my nap.
Yeah, I checked on you. You were sound asleep.
I was?
Yeah.
Oh.
You need your TV on, you say.
And now I need my TV on.
Okay, I'm wrapping this up. I'll come in there and turn the TV on, ma'am. Thank you. Do you need anything to eat?
Well, I could use something with caffeine in it.
Yeah, I'll get you a drink. Do you want a snack? Is it snack time too?
It's getting close to snack time because I got to take my medicine again in an hour or so.
Hour and a half. 11:30.
Yeah. When should we take this bandage off, nurse?
Yeah, as soon as we're gonna I'm gonna take the bandage off as soon as I get done with this, and then you and your brother are gonna get naked and get a bath.
Goodbye, disgusting dickhead.
Okay, it sounds like you're feeling better. Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, bye. Oh, look at Patriot Nick. Yeah, man, you're giving us vaccines with no knowledge of long-term side effects. Oh, just fucking grow up. Stupid ass fucking caveman. Okay, God. Eric Zane Show podcast.
I know you're podcasting. I was watching live.
Yeah, what's going on?
I was just telling if you need more people for paintball, I think Justin and I will play if you want.
Oh, that would be great. But yeah, thank you.
Am I allowed?
Yeah, of course you're allowed. If you want to play, call.
I've never played before.
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah, I'm nervous. I've never played before, but
it stings a little. But yeah, I think you'll have fun.
Okay, I'll join.
Oh my God. Yeah, have your bang on the door of your friends. Have them come.
Okay, I'll ask.
Yeah, especially the friends that are boys.
Okay.
They would probably love it.
Yeah, I think I have some people I'll ask.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. What do you have to say about anti-vaxxers, Jackie? What is your opinion of people who are stupid?
I mean, they have their own opinion. I just don't agree with it.
Do you think they're dumb?
Yeah. It's not about us. It's about keeping other people healthy. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I just think people don't like feeling controlled. That's why they don't.
Well, yeah,
want to wear a mask
they're
or
simple-minded. They think they're being controlled. Okay, I love you.
All right, I love you too.
Okay, bye. See, she's smarter than all of you. Where am I here? Asshole of the day. Okay, so I think I am feeling a little asshole-ish. So I actually am very proudly going to proclaim that I have been the asshole of the day. I do feel like I'm kind of an asshole. I can't deny that. So I'm going to just take the hit, take the bump on that one. All right, folks. Okay, well, that was fun. Thank you so much for being part of the free podcast all this week. I have more podcasting coming up in 56 minutes. We will do the Patreon bonus podcast for you all. So that'll be fun. Okay. Asshole of the Day brought to you by TC Paintball and JM Synthetics. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. All right, guys. Have a good one. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye.